Yes, the 2004 SpongeBob SquarePants movie is the Odyssey, or at least a loose adaptation of it. It is definitely not a one-to-one comparable to the Odyssey, but it does have enough similarities and parallels that it is fair to say it is an interpretation. Now, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, which I previously covered, is a much closer adaptation, mainly because it does what the SpongeBob movie doesn't, and that sticks to the general overarching plot. SpongeBob movie, again, has a lot of similarities to the Odyssey, but the biggest deviation is the actual motivation of the story. Unlike Odysseus, the main journey of SpongeBob is not one of returning home to a loved one, but rather venturing out to rescue Mr. Krabs. So in a way, it's almost like a reverse Odyssey. Also, interestingly enough, obviously SpongeBob in this comparison represents Odysseus. However, you can also make the claim that SpongeBob represents Telemachus as well, because a major plot point in the movie is SpongeBob trying to prove that he's mature enough to be the manager. There's a big theme in this movie about maturing and what it means to be an adult and a man. And in the original Odyssey, that is a plot arc of Telemachus, Odysseus' son. Anyway, let's break down some of the parallels between the 2004 SpongeBob movie and the Odyssey. For starters, SpongeBob invokes the wrath of King Neptune, which is a direct parallel to Odysseus pissing off Poseidon. Princess Mindy is supposed to be a stand-in for Athena, the divine intervention that both heroes receive to help them on their journeys. The diver is an obvious parallel to the Cyclops, and how Odysseus becomes trapped in the Cyclops' lair. The scene where they go to the Goofy Goober and overdose on ice cream is supposed to represent the island of the Lotus Eaters, as when they become drunk on the ice cream, they actually forget about their journey. Speaking of ice cream, when they're lured in by the frogfish and almost eaten as a result of this trick, this directly parallels the Sirens and their siren song luring Odysseus and his men. Mindy gives them the mustaches so they can disguise themselves as men. This could parallel multiple moments in the Odyssey. Odysseus uses disguises to get out of situations multiple times throughout the story. This can also reference what I was talking about at the start of the video, how SpongeBob loosely represents Telemachus as well. The windbag that Patrick accidentally wastes is a direct parallel to the windbag given to Odysseus by the wind god Aeolus. And lastly, when they return back to Bikini Bottom and it's been taken over by Plankton, this is supposed to parallel how Odysseus' temple had been taken over by the suitors. And you could make an argument that the Goofy Goober song parallels how Odysseus had to do the whole trial with the bow. I think that's kind of a loose one, so I'm not sure I'm gonna count that. So yeah, that's all the ways that I noticed how the 2004 SpongeBob movie is a loose adaptation of the Odyssey. If you noticed any that I missed, please leave them in the comments. And if you know of any other movies that are Odyssey parallels, please let me know in the comments and I'll talk about those as well.